Hello and welcome to Flosstube number 14. I'm Jo, Stitchy Cat Lady 26 on here and on Instagram. I'm accompanied today by Snowdrop, fast asleep and snoring, so I won't disturb her too much. I say snoring, purring. She is seriously shedding at the moment, so she's a little bit grouchy, but she's adorable. Welcome back to all my returning viewers, well, any returning viewers, and welcome to any new viewers. The last time I checked, I had 199 subs, so it went up to 199 just after the last video, then dropped back to 198, and it's got back up to 199, so just need that little push to get me to 200 and I'll be the happiest person on the planet. So the plans for this video, we have one WIP, we have a finish, we have haul, we have plans, and I've actually managed to catch up on some of my floss tubes. Not all, there's still some that I need to dedicate a little bit of time to, but I've caught up with some. So shall we get on with the WIPs? WIP. For those who don't know, and I don't imagine there's many non-stitchers watching this, but just in case, WIP stands for work in progress. Plural would be works in progress, not work in progresses, even though we say WIPs. English, go figure. Okay, so we have Cryptids by the Witchy Stitcher. This was a stitch along, started way back last year. I'm a little bit behind with it, so I still haven't finished the frame. I've got Flatwoods Monster done since we last saw each other, but I've still got another 3 cryptids to do. So I believe this is Dover Demon, Nessie, and down here will be a Hool. So yeah, I still have a bit of border to do there. Now, as I said last time, I was trying for some finishes, so alternating between this and one other project. My original plan was to do about 1,000 stitches on each before switching back. I don't think I'm going to stick with that because I basically want to get each creature finished before I switch in future. So I'll do the lettering on this, a bit of the border, and then I'll concentrate on Dover Demon. So I'm really happy with how his progress on this is going, but I really also just want to get it finished. This is stitched on 32 count Zeus from Jodyri Designs. It was the January fabric for 2020, the Year of Fabric Club. I joined after that, so I just got any extras that she still had from the previous month. The bat needle minder with genuine Swarovski crystals is from AgnesLittleMinders, and the moon was a gift from Amber Rogue Mama Stitcher. And for those interested, the back. So I have carried across a little bit here. It just would have been even messier to try to tie them off. I'm not that precious about it. It's on 32 count. I can see the threads looking at them here, but I bet you can't. So that's the WIP. The finish was Star Cats from CrossStitchPaterns on Etsy. In total this is 3,733 stitches, and to get it finished, since I picked it up beginning of last week. I've done, well, basically there were 2001 stitches done. So I've done 1,732 cross stitches, 47 French knots and 700 or 800 backstitch. I've counted most of them, but not all. I find it annoying trying to count backstitch, so I tend not to bother. But I wanted those numbers in for the games that I was on. So I don't worry too much about French knots. These were single strand, double wrap. But if you do want to learn a bit more about French knots, there are lots of videos on YouTube. But if you specifically want to know about doing French knots on top of cross stitch, Mad Morty has a Flosstube extra all about that. And I have watched it because who doesn't want to learn more? And I actually found it helpful even after the years I've been stitching. It's always interesting to hear and see somebody else's take on something that you think you know. Okay, so that's my finish. I'm not sure what I'm going to do to fully finish it. I might just send it to Lynn, Lancashire Stitcher, for her Lynn's Heartfelt Finishes business, see what she can come up with for it. So we'll see on that one. I don't know. The fabric on that was another Jodyri fabric. It was one of her monthly limited editions, and I just loved the colours. If you've watched a few of my videos, you know I like opalescent, I like 28 count, I like purples. That had everything. The I also got 2 skeins of the fabric for that month as well. I've not found a use for them yet, but I will. So yeah, that's my finish. So the piece that came second in the vote for which chart to work on alternately with Cryptids was the Mirabillia Peacock. So technically it's a WIP, but it's not actually active for another week. But get it out ready and just show you. As you can see, there's not a huge amount left to do. It's mostly on the tail, but there are quite a few beads to go into it. So that's what it look like. So I'm kind of down here. Not a lot of stitching still, but like I say, there's quite a lot of beads in here and up here. Not a lot of backstitch on this one. I did order it as a kit, so it came with the deep blue and the white DMC, and I've got a feeling I've nipped the white skein out of this because that can't be all that's left. A couple of water lilies, and somewhere under there there's some beads as well. This was the design that Nora Corbett did for the Polstitches retreat 2019. And Nora was in attendance along with Joan Elliott, so I did get her to sign it. And she was just so nice. She was lovely. I had one of my Heaven and Earth Designs projects with me, just one of my story kits, and she was just like, how small are those stitches? I said, yeah, most people do them smaller, because I was do it on 28 count. I do it on 20 count, as most people do 25 or 28. So yeah, that is going to be my next piece to try and get a finish on, because I think I will finish this before I finish Cryptids. But if you see all the gaps, lots of little gaps for the beads. So coming back into my WIP rotation, the fabric is Polstitches fabric. It is called Poseidon. It's not the fabric that came with the kit. That was very pale, and I thought the Peacock just wouldn't stand out well on it, so I actually bought that fabric at the retreat and just switched it. So that worked really well, and I'm really very happy with what it looks like. So let's get on to some haul. I've actually had my Jodyri monthly clubs arrive a bit earlier than they have been, which I'm really surprised about because I know Michelle's been having problems getting fabric from SuzieK. And I know the count I get, 28 count Brittany, is one of the ones that she's been having trouble with, so I was expecting some sort of delay, but it's actually arrived really quickly. It's arrived on Monday. So I have the Year of Fabric Club 2022, the bright stroke dark option, and this month it is Lightning Storm, which originally came out in 2017. So again, blues and purples suits me perfectly. And the 10 threads for the thread club. This does bring me back to where I started 25 months ago, would you believe? I do need to speak to Michelle. That I've been saying that I thought this would be it for the hand-dyed threads, but when I checked her website last week, there's actually another range of hand-dyed colours at the same price. So I do want to talk to Michelle about whether it would automatically go onto that or whether I need to request it. So we'll see. So I guess maybe I won't be saving my £11 a month. It is so worth it to get these 11 threads. They're normally £1.35 on the website if you buy them individually. In the club, it's £11 a month, so £1.10. Not a huge saving, but it all adds up. So we'll get those bobbinated along with the ones I'm still waiting to do. And once that they're all done and in the boxes, I'll show you that because that just looks so pretty. Okay, so that was my Jodyri Polstitches. So we've had the mystery box, theme box come in. I also managed to get a grab bag, which Jo makes available now and then when she's trying to make a bit of space, and a PDF chart. So we'll start with the mystery box. So 2 fabrics, hand-dyed by Jo. I asked for the opalescent 28 count option. The opalescent is quite limited edition. There's only 20 something opalescents available, but I always seem to manage to spot the post not long after it's gone up, so I managed to get the opalescent. So this is Tutti Frutti, and we have smoke signals, just purpley greys, and yeah, I think that's gorgeous. I could think of 100 things I could do on that. Not so many on that, but I know I've got something that will work on there. And then the charts, one from Joan Elliott, one from Polstitches. The Joan Elliott chart is the Sea Nymph. So lovely colours. And the goldfish is just gorgeous. So it won't go on either of those fabrics. It's not intended to. The fabrics are dyed for the theme, not specifically to go with the charts. I know in the past a few people have sort of said, but they don't match. Well, they're not supposed to. So she's gorgeous. And Polstitches chart is a sampler, specialty stitches sampler. So we have lazy daisies, diamond eyelets, and variations of that, and herringbone. There are beads as well. So you could do that in any colour, on any colour. I think that could be lots of fun to do. Now in the grab bag, I went for the large size mixed even weave. So I got this. These pieces aren't named. We don't have the names on them, don't have the counts on them, but I think they're probably 28 count. So I have this nice little violet lavender colour. It's not so little. I mean, they are the 27 by 18 pieces. I believe this is linen, which I wouldn't normally get, but you know, you get what you get, and the colours are just amazing. And finally I have an opalescent, purples and blues. I think it's actually very similar to the fabric for the Peacock, but it is the opalescent version. And I haven't checked, but I've got a feeling I actually got some of this in the last scrap bag as well. I'm not complaining, I love it, it's gorgeous. I can find multiple uses for it. The PDF chart, I will put a photo up of that, is called The Good Witch. Again, just timing. I jumped on Facebook, jumped on, saw that Joe put a post up, I had to look at it, it's like, I have to have this. I had a link for Etsy page with the PDF, rather than getting a printout chart. I do prefer working with PDFs, and Joe's will generally go on to Pattern Keeper. And I bought it within 20-25 minutes of it being made available, so that was good timing on my part, and I don't have to wait for the post. So I will put a photo up. I did see a few weeks ago Joe put a picture up of a weird angle on something that she was drawing, and at the time it was just a line drawing, and I thought it might have been a Stitchy Rin. At this point it's not going to be, but there's always a possibility in the future, because that was what became the Good Witch. If it is made into a Stitchy Rin, I will buy it. In the meantime, I'm actually thinking I might just do the back stitch lines. You never know, see what it looks like. So, right, let's get on to plans. So, plans for the next couple of weeks are Cryptids, so finish one monster, one cryptid and part of the frame. So that would be Deborah Demon, and some more stitches in on the Peacock. Obviously if I finish Peacock I'll just switch back to Cryptids, and then the third option for the alternate piece will come into play, which was the Primrose Spirit. So yeah, pretty close to finish on Peacock other than the beads, so we'll just see how that goes. Again, I'm thinking rather than going with 1,000 stitches on that, I'll just do a week, and if it looks like I'm getting close to a finish at the end of that week, I'll just keep on with it the way I have with Star Cats, just to get that finish. So that's the actual stitching plans. Oh, a birthday card for my friend's mum for her 80th. She likes amethysts, so I've got this thread from Mo's Sale. It is called Almeria, which I believe is somewhere in Spain. So this is some of Mo's hand-dyed silk. And Susie at SuzieK's, where I do craft club every other week, gave me the haul bag. She gave me a few amethysts that I'm going to see if I can attach in some way. I'm not sure how that's going to work, and I still need to actually pick out my design yet, so I might spend some time doing that today. So I need to get that done by the time of the crew retreat, because that's when I'm seeing my friend to pass it on to her mum. So there is that. That'll almost certainly just be on plain opalescent white. We'll see. So I've just mentioned there my non-stitching plan. Well, it's stitchy but not stitchy. I'm attending the Ladybird retreat in Crewe on the 22nd to the 24th of April. It's only the third retreat I've been to. The last one being Polstitches in 2019, which has been postponed twice. So hopefully that will go ahead this year. And I'm really looking forward to it. Looking forward to meeting up with some of the Stitchy friends. Morty and David are going, Crafty Road Gamer is going, a couple of girls from my stitching game groups, so not Coven, but people that I've been communicating with for a couple of years. It'd be really nice to actually spend some time with these people. I'm not anticipating getting a lot of stitching done. I'm going to take Cryptids, I'm going to take the Peacock. If I get some done, I get some done. If I don't, I don't. It's neither here nor there. I'm going to have a good time. Okay, so that's plans. Flosstubes watched. I've actually done a few this last couple of weeks. I've still got some more to catch up on. So, quick look. They're the ones I've done. Danish Stitcher was a Flosstube extra where she was showing how she makes pin badges into needle minders. Soul Lover Creations, Steph, she does some amazing glow in the dark pieces, including project bags. DNA Geekcraft Carrie, again, she's got some gorgeous pieces. And Lexi, as normal, absolutely adorable. Even though we didn't see as much of Lexi as we normally do, she is. It's worth the wait. Another Steph, Total Stitch Show. Quite a new stitcher really, and doing some of her own interpretations of pieces, things she scanned in and charted herself. Again, another cat lady, so hashtag K for the cats. Heather Confetti Stitcher. Now, I will admit I got way behind with Heather's. I started watching her videos while she was working on the George Washington crossing the Delaware piece with 100 plus other people. And so I was with, when she finished that, I saw where she announced that she was pregnant, and then all of a sudden last week, baby's here, baby's a month old or more. It's like, what? Where did all that time go? So I could work backwards, but I've just confused myself. So I think we're just going to try and go back to where I'd left off and go forwards again. Yesterday I've watched Mad Morty and David. They are such a pair. They are, yeah, somebody else has said it, but hashtag relationship goals. Seriously. They spark off each other so well. Quite similar taste in designs as well. So yeah, looking forward to meeting them at the retreat. And finally, last but by no means least, is Stitchy Rin. Now, Rin has put together a stitch along based on Kingdom Hearts Keyblades of the Kingdom. Go and check it out. There's a Facebook group for the stitch along, and with the release of the new game, hopefully she'll get a bit more interest. I believe that is everything. Yep, just 2 pages of notes this time. So I shall say goodbye for now. Keep stitching, keep crafting, be kind and look after each other. There are enough evil people in this world, we don't need any more. Just look after each other and commit acts of random kindness and senseless beauty. That used to be my signature when I was on Usenet, the Oxfam Eddings group. I'm still in touch with some of the members. I don't know if any of them actually watch this. If you do, hi tech, and Tenavek. If you don't know, if you know, you know. If you don't, you never will. So there we go. So yeah, commit acts of random kindness and senseless beauty, and let's make this world a better place. So stand by for cats. There'll be some in the middle. I'll pop some at the end. Oh, Weeble and Spud went home. So they're the cats that were playing with my feet a couple of videos ago. Yeah, they've actually officially been adopted and they've gone home, which is brilliant news. They actually went home a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't find out until after I filmed the last video. So yeah, they're settling in nicely, I believe. Right, that really is it. Snowdrop has woken up, kind of still a bit dopey. So I will put some photos in of the others. So I shall catch you next time. Bye.